They call me Dick, but you can call me Dick.
I always have.
Hey, it's Lefty here. Tonight's movie, Ghoulies. It's about some little monsters terrorizing kids.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Late Late Horror Show with me, Dino, and
Fletch.
Ted. Yeah, it doesn't matter who he is because he's not on social media or anything. He's inconspicuous. But we will call you Ted because that's your name, Ted.
Let me just say something.
So, I mean, whatever.
Don't you think that's a bit of an oxymoron?
Oh, I got something coming out. Oh, okay.
Don't you think social media is a bit of an oxymoron? Isn't it anti-social media because you're not really talking to people face to face like you and I are? You're behind a computer or a telephone and you're saying things to people that you would never have the balls to say to their face. So, in my opinion, we should change it and call it anti-social media because it's driving people apart and making them more robotic instead of doing like what you and I do and get here and converse and talk and
oh my God! We could do this every day. This is socializing on an intimate level. We could get into a whole discussion.
This is social.
It is.
It is anti-social, in my opinion. That is vapid and baseless.
Well, see, that's where you're not. I could not tell you how many actually close friends through this, even though I've never met them face to face.
How do you know they're real people and not robots?
I ain't even going to discuss this with you because it's just
they could be robots.
That's why it's called social media, and there's so many people who follow you and talk to you and go back and forth with conversation. There's people I've known since the very beginning that have been there, and a couple I call on the phone.
You do.
One from Hawaii, and a couple.
You call people in Hawaii.
Yep.
Waking them up in the middle of the night.
When I call, it's late at night and it's early morning there. So yeah, it's But no, but anyways, we are doing Ghoulies.
I think I made a good point.
1984. Charles Band. Thank
now you can't.
The Lord.
What?
We are back to cheesy 80s movies.
I'm a little sad that we're done with our Hammer run. I just watched Plague of the Zombies today, and I was just like, man, we should.
No, there's nothing wrong.
We should do that next week.
There's nothing. Oh, jeez, no. Please. There's nothing wrong with it, but.
I know there's nothing wrong.
I want the fun movies, and this is it. This is Charles Band. I even love he uses the same props. Charles Band's movies are great.
Yeah.
Troll. You see the trolls from Troll.
Practically.
Practically.
Yeah, I think the rat-faced one, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Oh.
We'll point them out.
There was four of them, and then there were the Ghoulies, which were the newer creatures.
Like the bald-looking one.
Yeah,
that pops out of the toilet.
Lime green-looking ones, yeah. But the other four were from the Troll movie.
Well, actually, this came out before Troll. This came out before Troll.
Oh, really?
Wait.
84?
Yes, I think Troll was 86.
Okay, so then they took these four and put it into Troll.
Yeah, I know for a fact, because I think I was like in 5th or 6th grade when it came out. I know it was still in elementary school.
Yeah, why can't I remember again? You're probably right, because this is an
pretty sure.
Ghoulies is an earlier one. So, okay, yeah. Well, there you go. Nevertheless.
But I'll tell you, before we start the movie, we got to say 2017's already starting off shitty because we lost William Peter Blatty. 89 years old, died to multiple myeloma, cancer he'd been dealing with. Writer of The Exorcist and Legion, which was turned into Exorcist 3 later on. A man that everyone loved and adored because he scared the living shit out of them.
Exactly. His book and movie, I can say, were both two of the scariest things I ever seen.
The book was a phenomenon, shot to the top of every list. We were just little kids.
Scared the crap out of me when I read it.
When the movie came out the day after Christmas in 1973.
Yep.
I
read The Exorcist in my room in the dark when I was a younger teenager.
I still have a copy.
And parts of that just scared. That's when you turn the lights on and you go and do something else because you're like, that part of that book just scared the crap out of me.
And go on YouTube. I watched it even not too long ago just for the hell of it. I don't even know why I watched it. There's a YouTube clip of, like all the pomp and circumstance that happened when it came out and the lines going around, like in New York City.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the way it was. I was trying to tell my kids that when I went to go see The only movie I can really remember a big line like that was Return of the Jedi.
Okay.
We went to the Parmatown Mall to see it. And you know Parmatown Mall. Oh, yeah. There's a movie theater, and then on one end, the food court's on the other. The line went all the way down the mall to the food court, horseshoed around, and came all the way back to where the movie theater was.
Technically, that's like a... Boy, would you say a quarter a mile?
Probably. And I remember telling her, it's like, if you didn't get tickets for the show, it was like on one screen. You had to wait the 2 hours and 2.5 hours for the movie to be done, and then hopefully you're able to get in for the next screening.
And nowadays, I remember theaters fill up, but the lines are like 20 feet long.
But they show it on 85 screens, and everybody can go see it the first weekend.
Exactly.
And unfortunately, movie theaters
are
losing business that way. Because, the way that it works. But anyway, William Peter Blatty, that's a big loss to theological horror fans.
Rip.
And
rest in peace.
Also, he was initially got his start writing comedies. We did a podcast ages ago, A Shot in the Dark, which was a Peter Sellers Pink Panther movie. Mm-hmm. He wrote that.
Oh.
He wrote.
That's right. I forgot.
He and Blake Edwards worked together.
You told me about that before.
Yeah.
So, that was a little tidbit that fell out of my ear.
William Peter Blatty, the author of The Exorcist, wrote Pink Panther movies.
Wow.
And some other comedies as well that he did with Blake Edwards.
Comedies.
Yeah. So, but he I think it got to a point where Hollywood wasn't really interested in his comedies anymore, and he remembered this Exorcist story from back when he was in school and did some research.
Took off from there, man.
And unfortunately, he got pigeonholed after that. He didn't want to be a horror writer, but
right?
It's like you're a horror writer.
But
he wasn't.
It's a curse and a blessing at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, he'll always be remembered for The Exorcist.
It probably made him enough money to live, decently the rest of his life. I hope so.
Oh, I would think so. So rest in peace, William Peter Blatty.
And let's not lose too many more people this year.
Yeah, 2016 was bad, man.
We started off last year with Bowie, and it just went downhill after that, as far as musicians and actors.
Unbelievable.
And it ended with Carrie Fisher. I mean, what a horrible.
I know,
horrible.
Terrible, man.
So
Ghoulies.
2017. Ghoulies.
1984.
Charles Band, like you said, this was from Empire Pictures, which was a company that Charles Band created because he wasn't too happy with how Hollywood studios were treating his movies.
Yeah.
He was still, early in his career of producing. And so he created Empire Pictures, and that's when
they make something.
Troll was released under Empire Pictures, Reanimator, From Beyond, Trancers, a bunch of movies you probably heard of.
All the greats.
But then that kind of went defunct, and now we know Charles Band, he does Full Moon. And even if you go on Full Moon Direct's website, you can buy little, knickknacks of Ghoulies. I looked, it's still there. The little guy in the toilet, you can buy it. You can put it in your bathroom. Little, posable, bendy figure.
Oh, my God, I need to get
It's like $25. It's cool. It's a cool looking resin kind of bendable little figure. T-shirts of Ghoulies.
Yeah.
So all that stuff's on there. That's still his stuff.
One of the great things about these movies is it's not about being well written, a top budget movie. These are the movies that are so fun. I mean, the acting doesn't have to be the best. It's the characters and like this movie. These characters are just so great.
They'll give you a laugh.
I opened up the show with they call me Dick, but you can call me Dick. And it's just a guy who's trying to get all the chicks and stuff. And we'll get to the characters when we start rolling with the commentary. But it's these kinds of movies in the 80s that you look at it and you go, oh my God, this is cheesy and stuff. That's what's great about it.
We had so many of them.
And the storyline, that's what's great about it.
There were so many storylines are 80s creature features.
Yes. And the storylines aren't that bad. Right. It's just,
And one would always inspire a bunch. I don't know. I think this came out in March. Mm-hmm. Gremlins came out the same year, but Gremlins came out in the summer. So I think actually Ghoulies has a leg up on Gremlins as far as coming out first. Mm-hmm. I don't know which one was in production first.
Yeah.
But you had this. You had Gremlins. You got Munchies, Critters, Troll. I mean, all in the space of a year and a half. There's we got to keep popping out the little critter
So
movies.
We got a lot of Munchies. My God, that's another one.
Yeah, maybe we'll hit that one eventually. I've never seen it.
I've never seen it either, but it's got to be.
And I tell you what, I know I've seen Ghoulies. I don't think I've seen. There's 4 of them.
Yeah.
The 4th one's they're not even the same Ghoulies or different Ghoulies. But I don't. And I like how the movie starts. We're starting to flick now. Yeah. There it is. You see a monster right away.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But I don't think I've seen any of the sequels. And I know I've seen this, but it's probably only been maybe twice I've seen this.
Yeah. Well, this was the first. Oh, and that scene right there, killer clowns from outer space. You can tell the the effects of the creatures in these things are just so good and so
the details, with a lot of talent.
Really.
Unfortunately, that.
I'm sorry. I did jump right into the movie, and you open up with, because I love the scene,
the satanic ritual,
and how all the little ghoulies or trolls or whatever you want to call them, they're ghoulies,
we'll call them ghoulies. All around the periphery,
sitting
hanging out,
and I love how. This is the writer and the director was Luca Beniavoci, whatever. But
I do recognize some of the other names in the credits, but not those.
But the way he set the props, are the ghoulies behind things, and set like they were just these little creatures, hovering behind things, around things, and it just was really cool how they did that.
Don't you love how the leader of the cult comes out and he's wearing robes that have like devil horns, like if you can imagine
Big
Darkness from Legend, Tim Curry, the big devil guy, and his eyes are green, kind of like in the movie Dune, where their eyes were blue, except here they're green.
Yeah, that's one of the things. Once that you get the power,
someone's just shining a green light in his eye.
Yeah, they don't really explain why, but I mean,
he's got the power.
When they got the power, they got green glowing.
He's always doing this
nuclear.
And they're gonna sacrifice a child.
And that's Wolfgang.
No, that's not Wolfgang.
No,
that's not Wolfgang. Jonathan Graves.
Jonathan Graves is the son.
Wolfgang's the other guy. The groundskeeper guy.
Is it?
Yeah. This guy is Malcolm. Malcolm Graves.
I'm sorry. You're right.
Malcolm
I'm sorry. Yeah. Yep. Malcolm Graves.
So, there's the whole coven. They're all wearing white robes. And I guess the mother, maybe his wife, she stops him from sacrificing the child.
You like his gloves where the tips are
where the fingers are...
It's like so 80s, it's like, why not throw that into this,
There's Wolfgang.
Okay,
you recognize him?
Yeah.
Jack Nance, Eraserhead.
That's Eraserhead?
And dude from Twin Peaks, and basically like every David Lynch movie. But that's Jack Nance, Mr. Henry from Eraserhead.
Why didn't that catch the glimpse?
Hey, look at him, man. Put hair about 6 foot high on his head.
Oh, yes. There you go. Eraserhead. This makes it all that much better than that.
Yeah.
But, what he does is he's going to, Malcolm.
She ruins the ritual by stopping it.
Yeah. A woman jumps out of the...
I'm thinking it's the mother of the baby. You promised you wouldn't hurt him.
Gotta remember, iTunes, they're listening.
Yeah, I'm telling them what happened.
The woman jumps out, who's wearing the robe, takes the hood off, and places the baby up on the pedestal, and Malcolm's going to knife it, just get rid of it, and as a sacrifice to the spirit,
the devil, man, the goddamn devil.
Yeah, well, he says Satan, so the ghoulies are basically devils.
Yeah,
when you think about it.
Yeah,
and later on, when those two midgets.
Yep, midgets.
You don't say midgets no more.
Hell with it.
Hey, the two little people.
I'm saying midgets.
Come up.
This is the 80s. The 80s was politically incorrect. When I do podcasts, I'm going to be politically incorrect. I'm going to say midgets, faggot, whatever.
When they come up later,
what's going on here, man? It's like Alien. He's putting some mojo on the woman, and something's about to burst out of her chest, but we never get to see it. We see a lot of close-ups of the demons.
She's evidently the mother, and she puts a necklace around her child's neck
to protect him,
and he can't do nothing, and he says, "Get it away from me!"
Right, and Eraserhead takes him outside and says, "I'll protect you. You'll be safe."
Oh, and I like when the little ghoulie takes and covers his eyes because they both chow down on her arms.
Yeah.
Okay, they're eating her,
holding
whatever.
her down, kind of.
Holding her down, with their chompers, and something starts to break through her chest. One of the ghoulies from behind, I guess.
Yeah.
Just a great opening scene. Did I say opening
scene?
Opening.
Yeah, and then it gets into the credits. Charles Band. Charles Band is a cool guy, man.
I would love to sit around and just make dowels with him.
He would do something called the Full Moon Road Show. And I was working. I didn't get to go, but my sister went.
Yeah.
And, basically, it's like... They just bring a bunch of their memorabilia, some of the actors from the movies, things like that. And he would just tell stories and stuff like that. Talk about what's going on in Full Moon. And she said he was the coolest guy. He bought it was at the Agora, Cleveland Agora.
Yeah.
And he bought all the ladies' drinks. And, he would talk to you, either answer questions in front of the group or privately if you went up to him. She said he was just, really approachable and just a really cool guy. And, he's still making movies the best way that he can. And that's... a lot of it is by product placement, or if the crowdfunding and things like that. They do contests like raffle whatever, and you can get a part in the movie. If you Ted Nicolau, editor, director of Subspecies.
Yes, Ted Nicolau. That's
one
right.
of the names I remember.
And Richard Band does the music and his.
You can always. I love his music in all these movies. Like he did Reanimator and all the Full Moon films. He's got that lovely lilting kind of. Playful kind of music.
Feathery kind of lilting. When you said lilting.
Lilting.
Feather came to
It can be scary.
Remember a psychiatrist? Let me tell you a word and you tell me what comes to your mind. Yeah. You said lilting and I said feather.
Oh, lilting, feather.
But
man, we got some naked statues after the credits roll.
Yeah, they go back statues.
To... Well, it's 25 years later, and that child...
Shoot the scenes of the estate that all this took place at.
He's now...
Everything went down in...
I guess the father, Malcolm, has died, and the son, whose name is Jonathan Graves, inherits the estate. This whole big mansion.
Yeah, which is weird. I mean, they don't get into talking about, like, how...
Yeah, how was he protected this whole time?
And, because he wanted to basically sacrifice him. I'm sure. He found other sacrifice. Or
I get mad at my kids sometimes too.
I'm wondering if after he couldn't sacrifice the Jonathan, did the spirit go or whatever the devil inhabited? Did it go away or did he?
They probably sacrificed a goat or something.
I mean, he was going for his son.
That's what we did at the Freemason initiation.
Did you? Yeah.
No,
you're not supposed to talk about that.
He's supposed to. Big goat. I remember when I was going in there for
Ted's a 56 degree, and you don't even.
There's you don't even know about that, right?
Yeah.
I remember overhearing people say, "Where's the goat? The goat."
Oh, we get to the scene here where Jonathan's looking at the grave of.
He can't see who it is.
Yeah, and it's
got a pentagram on the headstone. Yeah. That's never good.
And he's walking with Rebecca, his fiance, who looks. I mean, she doesn't got the best face, but she tends to... The way she dresses later, so 80s with the lace.
There's times where she looks okay,
and then there's times where, I know.
Man, why would you be fretting over this chick? But she bumps into Wolfgang, who's the groundskeeper.
Who doesn't say a damn thing
to her. He doesn't even... I don't think he has a line of dialogue, except he does serve as narrator in a few spots during the movie.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I don't know. Maybe at the very end, I think he's got a line when he kind of comes to the rescue there or whatever.
And he's in a bed, too, when stuff starts going on, just for a second.
Can you just picture that's how he's been the last 25 years, just jumpy as hell.
Yeah, and he says some kind of, like, weird... He just goes... So, yeah, I mean... He doesn't have... Yeah, so...
They're in the library.
Yeah, so he's checking out the house. Oh, my God. I would love to... Okay, you inherit this estate.
Yeah.
Man, I would just spend days and days and days just
looking around.
Looking at everything.
Yeah, look at this library full of these
It's like the beginning of eBay. All these old books and stuff. Imagine what...
Old witchcraft books, and she picks one up and there's a rat and she screams.
Yeah. And then she sensually starts taking off her jacket.
Coat off
and who does he look like? He reminds me of another actor.
You give time, I'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'm not sure who, but he reminds me of somebody. He's got that face. But
he's going down the basement. There's a door with a goat's head hanging over it.
Yes,
you got to know where that's leading.
Is it a goat or a ram's head?
It could be a ram's head.
Yeah,
just as symbolic, I think, to the
satanic side of the dark witchcraft, pagan rituals. And what happens is he says, "Why don't you let's start cleaning the house?" And
once you get started,
he's going to take the downstairs. You take the upstairs. Yeah. So He starts moving the ladder around and stuff. And immediately when he moves the ladder around, you hear... The door opens up by itself. And the funny part is, whoever directed the scene, Luca said, hey, when the door opens up, because he's standing this way, don't look to your left, which would be the most... the door opens. You go like this. But no, they have him go like this. He turns all the way around in almost a 360. I don't know if you noticed that. Probably not.
No, I don't think I did.
But for some reason, that got me. I'm like going, why would you turn all the way around if the door's opening?
Character motivations, huh?
Yeah, I mean, that would give anybody the chance to just come up right. You got to be quick on it, man.
Yes. Quick I guess they don't have flashlights. He's got to use a candle to see. What's all this dirt on the floor? Hey, here's a pentagram and some writing on the floor. And
Right, he does. He pushes away all kinds of dirt and stuff
Look
like
at his
that.
eyes, man.
Because what happened when he opened the door and went down?
Something fell from the ceiling and kind of cleared off a spot.
Yeah, and he looks up at the chest because I guess that's
what chest? Whose chest?
Ooh, Rebecca's.
Ain't much there.
He's...
Why was this film rated R? I can't even think. I don't even think there was a swear word in it.
Probably just a little bit of
violence
the gore or violence,
Funny how that worked out.
I know. Yeah, funny you don't get no like nudity or nothing bad like in that way.
No.
No tatas. But he
opens up the chest and there's his dad's robes from the beginning of the film.
Yeah, and the little book, everything he needs to like perform the ritual and summon the demon.
Yeah,
so something is
satanic ritual for dummies.
Yeah. It was the first one they ever published.
I guess it's all handwritten too. That's why.
And the guy said, "I'm going
bound
to do this.
in human flesh.
I'm going to do this
inked in human blood."
Jeez.
It looks like the friggin' what do you call it? The what's that book?
Necronomicon.
The Necronomicon. Yeah, that's what it looks like inside.
Well, when you look at all of those kind of books that got symbols and pagan and witchcraft and people would get mad at me for using pagan and witchcraft in the same sentence.
Oh hell, it's the 80s.
We're
being politically incorrect.
But you will see
goddamn pagan idolatry.
you would see all of that, and did you notice her little TD's? Okay, I'm not gonna say.
Oh, here comes the homos on their 4-wheeler. They're gonna have a party.
Jonathan and Rebecca are sitting having dinner,
and he's all absorbed in that book he found. He's like, I was thinking we'd have a party.
Yeah.
Oh, and we can have pizzas and pie and invite all our friends. I expect the Beastie Boys to come busting in.
And he said, was it her or him that said, "It doesn't. Who cares because the house is dirty anyways."
Might as well.
But what a rotten thing to do! They just started cleaning earlier, and she wants to wreck his property.
It's chicks, man. They don't care.
My God.
She just wants to show it off. Oh, look, I'm going to marry this guy, and he's got this big-ass house.
But you get, I don't know their names.
Frack come in.
Frack, who's
on a 4-wheeler. And I swear you think these guys
I don't know who it is. Grizzle and
Yeah.
Greedy Gut.
Maybe.
I mean, who knows?
No, those are the midgets, aren't they? Those are the midgets.
Oh, is it? That's right.
Now, where have I seen this guy before?
He looks. Yeah, this is who is this? Toad Boy, Mark. That's Mark.
Mark, and then there's a Dick.
Dick
who,
and Mark.
Dick, who's looking to dip it in somewhere.
Yeah, he says something like that.
Man, I gotta get some.
Yeah, he said, you should have seen the thing. Something like the thing I dipped in last night or something like that.
I mean, he's like the kind of guy that no girl, actually, like today, would ever pay any attention to.
No.
He's got his shirt unbuttoned. He's got his Italian horn. He's
reminds me of what's his name, the guy for Al Pacino's, in Scarface.
Oh yeah, Manny.
He reminds me of him.
A little like him.
But he's being real cheesy and pulling down his shirt.
The best looking girl at the party here is like, "Hey baby, what's up? How about we get want to dance later?" And would she say something like, "You think you can handle it? Try me." Okay, I will later. And she walks away. And he's just sitting there going, oh, biting his finger.
He's doing a Lenny and Squiggy. That was funny. And, and then you shoot to Rebecca and, what's her name? Donna?
Maybe.
Yeah, Rebecca and Donna are kind of there. I love the guy in the background who comes in. He's got I think it looks like parachute pants.
Yeah.
Which I had a pair when I was in the 80s. When I was in school.
Okay.
But
hey, can you point me to it's Dick again?
Well, they're talking. Rebecca's telling Donna, or Donna's going, "You slept with Toad Boy?"
She said they went out. She said
you went out with Toad. Yeah, because who would have thought that Donna, who's very, very hot looking, almost looks like a upgraded Phoebe Cates, even though Phoebe Cates is hot as hell.
Oh yeah. This girl not even nothing on Phoebe Cates.
Yeah, no, not upgraded, but a version of her. She looks a little bit like her.
Can you point me in the direction of the nearest beer? Yeah, right there in the refrigerator that you're leaning on.
Yeah, and this is where he goes.
Every time he's talking, it's like he's always got to have like a little.
Yeah.
Like he's always like bopping.
He opens up the can even and goes.
Yeah. Ooh, oh god, here we go, break dance. And this
is a white guy's break dancing.
God, this would be me at the party though.
So any black people watching us right now, I'm making fun of us white people.
No, we're dancing way better than any black person ever could.
Oh no!
Oh,
look at this dude!
Did you ever see Alfonso Ribeiro dance better than that?
He was the bee's knees.
Look, Alfonso didn't do that. Look at it. He's dancing like he's got bees.
Okay, I know you're joking around.
I'm serious. This is a heart attack over here. Look at him, man. No, look, he's cleaning the floor.
He's doing the curly. Okay, so Ted's getting me this time. Okay, because I know either Ted's blind or...
Look, he's dropping pills. Pills
dropping
are all his joints are coming out of his pocket.
All his
everything. Boyfriend's watching him.
His uppers, his downers, as they would say back in '84.
And he's laying down. He's like, man, I think I broke my head.
Yeah.
Like, oh, man, I thought you hurt yourself.
Yeah, because this is another guy, I don't know his name either. And he's part of the group of 7 they need.
They're lovers.
Because they're going to need 7 during these rituals. Like, there's these people here you see in the group.
So what's going on?
If you're watching on YouTube. And
that guy's got Chris Isaac hair, man. The way we gotta hurry up, man,
because they're talking about the party's over.
The party's over.
Yeah,
and they're talking. Hey, we could play charades, and they're like, yeah, we could do this. And I love how Dick just pulls out a rubber out of his wall. He's like, hey, here's what we could do. And nobody pays any attention to him. He just puts it back.
That's who Ted. That's who. I'm sorry. That's who Jonathan looks like. Eric Stoltz or Eric Eric Roberts.
Eric Roberts. Yeah, I guess.
He looks exactly like him. Take a look at him, you guys. He looks just like Eric Roberts. Okay, there we go.
And then there's Jonathan. Wait, I've got a better idea.
Yeah.
Let's perform a ritual. Yeah. I'd be sitting there like, no, goodbye. You're doing it with 6, buddy.
Well, I mean, I would be like, okay, what you got? But no, the way he says it is weird. He brings them all down
because he's looking at that book. He's setting his beer down. Sees it.
He's got a glass of wine. He says, "Everybody take a sip."
Yeah, he's drawing a circle around him. This is
with
basically
chalk. He says, "Nobody leave this circle."
This is Devil Rides Out right here, man.
Yeah.
Might as well go back and watch a good movie. Yeah, they're all taking a swig of this wine. How gross! Everybody's backwash.
And Dick's still going,
yeah, man. I'm sitting next to my chick here,
yeah, man.
Every moment he's in the movie, it's like he's got music in him.
He's got music in him. He's got the music in him. He's got the music in him. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, like he's there. And Donna's right next to him, so yeah, he's got it. Yeah, he's got it going on.
Oh, look, he's drawing the Deathly Hallows from Harry Potter on the ground there. The triangle, the circle in it. I guess we just need the big stick in the middle or something. But
yeah, they're very, very basic shapes.
It's a complex ritual.
He gets a little bit.
Draw a circle and draw a triangle in here. That's all you need.
And that's what I love about these movies.
It's like the Milton Bradley satanic ritual kit.
It's what I like about these movies. They're so. I mean, who lit all these candles that fast too?
And who?
I think when they came down, they were already lit.
Yeah.
So did he have it ready to go?
I love these movies like candles put out 85-watt spotlights and.
So with these many candles, I think you would get.
So he turns. What does he do? He's like, we got to put a candle at the north end of the circle and put something. I don't know what else.
The wine that they drink.
Maybe that at the other end.
Yeah.
And he's got a little candle and he's standing in front of the triangle. Salami, bologna. Oh, look at the
and he says,
there. You do the hokey pokey and you turn, and everyone's laughing. This is serious.
Yeah, Jonathan.
Salami, bologna. Salami,
panga, tunga.
Salami, bologna.
You got some Three Stooges stuff going on too. I think it says Ome,
early gay.
Yeah. It's going on the ground there, and we're like, what the heck is going on, man? But he starts to try to summon through the book,
and then, look at that dumb bitch. She just goes. I mean, it scares the hell out of everybody. I mean, the guy that looks sort of like, I don't know, the weasel there. I don't know.
Toad?
The Toad Boy, yeah. Hey, that girl over that he's been dating.
Yeah.
I can't remember her name. It's some funky name, Rita, but she's like all in that, like those Law and Order shows now. She's actually pretty famous if you watch those shows.
Really?
This was like her first gig.
Which lady? Rebecca?
I think she's on the one with Ice-T.
No, Rebecca you're talking about?
No, the one in the blue at the far corner if you're watching the film.
Okay, Donna.
Yeah, is that her name? Okay,
yeah.
I can't remember their name.
Her name is Donna.
Ooh,
she does the polka.
Yeah, right there. That trick.
Coca-Cabana.
So yeah, he's
music and passion is all the reaction.
He's reciting all kinds of mumbo jumbo here.
We fall in love.
Oh, you know what's an interesting thing here?
Oh, I didn't know.
Did you notice that people wear a lot of sunglasses
Underwear?
in this movie? Kind of like you're wearing sunglasses.
That's why I'm wearing it.
They originally wanted to shoot this in 3D, and for the first couple of weeks they did.
Really?
But it was just too much of a pain in the ass, and they scrapped it and started over. So that's why there's a lot of... And the gimmick was going to be, when you saw characters wearing sunglasses, you put your 3D glasses on. So that's why there's a lot of scenes where people are wearing sunglasses.
Yeah.
Like that dinner they have later on.
And
there's no reason for them to be wearing sunglasses.
And all the ghoulies are popping on the table. You wonder if that's the part that was going to be kind of like 3D.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's interesting fact.
Yep,
little tidbit. Good. If you made it to this point and you watched it on YouTube.
Yeah, if you stayed longer than 5 minutes.
You found a little bit of tidbit there, didn't you?
Yeah, I always throw out a little tidbit as much as I can. So, presumably...
I'm killing Ted over here.
I know, man. I'm getting gassed out, man. I want to wear my gas mask.
Ooh, so there's a
so wait,
scene...
did the ritual work?
There's a racer head.
Yeah.
No.
The ritual seems like it didn't work.
It
like,
seems like it didn't, yeah.
And as they're all leaving, Jonathan says something. No, I have to dismiss the spirit.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So
and he didn't do that.
He didn't do it. So now after they all leave, we see some mist and we see a ghoulie pop up. And this is one of the ones that was in Troll.
Wolfgang they show in a bed turn over as this is all happening. Like somehow he senses this.
Yeah, but yes, there's a whole lot of shaking going on.
There it is right there.
Yeah, that one was in Troll for show.
Oh, that was in Troll. For show.
In the little wooded area thing.
And I love how they all just, it's so moist and you see the little boogers snots come out. And did the same thing in Troll.
Yeah,
I mean, you know, that's what's great about Charles Band.
Recycle, reuse.
But the two dingbats, we'll call them.
That's not what I'm calling them.
Lenny and Squiggy come up to...
that guy looks like Chris Isaac, man.
He does. He's got some pretty high hair there.
He's got that hair, man. I've seen Chris Isaac.
And he comes into a bedroom upstairs. I don't know why they're coming.
Because they all can kind of just pick where they want to sleep.
Oh, yeah, because he said, you know
and
what,
of course, they're going to go together. Look how close they're getting right there. All right, you and I are really good friends. I never get that close to talk to you.
No, I'm not a close talker.
All right, look at him.
Yeah, man.
What should we do, man?
But they walk in there and there's a clown doll sitting in the chair.
It's like life size. Oh, and then they open the closet door and all of a sudden it's in the closet.
Yeah, it's in the closet.
All of a sudden.
Which they didn't recognize because Squiggy is holding it and shaking it. And Lenny figures it out and goes, hey,
yo, wait.
That was just over there in that chair.
Laverne.
Hey, Laverne. Me and Lenny.
And the chair is still rocking.
It is. That would freak me out just there alone. So, evidently the spirit's been released.
Well, I guess so, man. This is like that movie House right there, man.
Intermission.
Time to leave. They get out of this room. I get out of this house. They're just going to switch rooms. Oh, and we got to remember, one of the reasons the ritual broke up is because I can't remember the girl's name, the hot one that Dick's going after.
Yeah.
She just disappeared. She just walked out of the ritual.
Yeah, what was her name?
I don't remember. We'll call her Hot Trick. And she just walked out of the ritual. So they're all kind of looking for her, and they find her. She's standing right outside of
the grave of Malcolm.
Malcolm, not just kind of looking at it.
Malcolm ends up being in the middle too. I mean, really, if you think about it.
Middle.
Oh, jeez. And she and
look how far his shirt is unbuttoned, Dick's. And he's wearing like 3 necklaces.
I know. Well, this is 84, but yeah.
Can you imagine, even if he did successfully mount the woman, all those chains are going to be hitting her in the face and poking her in the eye, and
that's if he left it all on when he was doing it.
He would.
He was doing it and doing it and doing it well.
Doing it and doing it.
Hey, even John Travolta took those necklaces off in the movie Saturday Night Fever.
Yeah, but that's John Travolta.
He's like, hey man, let me put this up over here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Sandy.
Unless we got down with it in the car, you know. Oh, Sandy. Oh,
we're gonna trip him up one night and do Grease.
Yeah, Grease lightning.
That's the word. So is this the next morning? Is this the next morning they're having?
Yeah, they're having breakfast.
You know, I think maybe it's whatever. The party's over. Everybody's gone home.
Or it's later at night.
And they're sitting there having a meal.
Lunch.
Brunch. Dinner.
Late dinner.
He's got his wife beater on. And he's like, I've been thinking.
And Eric Roberts goes, I don't know why my sister Julia gets all the proper attention and I don't get nothing.
Are they brother and sister?
Yeah, Eric Roberts and Julia Roberts.
I didn't know that.
Oh, Ted.
Well, I don't really like Julia Roberts. She's got like 85 teeth in her mouth, so I can't watch any of her movies. You guys ever notice that? You ever watch Julia Roberts movie? And when she smiles, she's got 85 there's like 85 teeth in that mouth.
Oh, well, for some reason...
She's got way more teeth than a normal human being is supposed to have, so I don't think she's real.
Well, I can see the horse mouth you're talking about, and she does that.
It's like Mr. Ed, you know?
And for some reason, whoever her...
Every movie cover.
Oh, yeah, and she does that in every trailer.
Yeah.
She's doing the big old laugh, you know, like from Pretty Woman, and it's very annoying.
There are literally, there's got to be 85 teeth. If someone could please count them.
So, what Jonathan does is he tells Rebecca...
quit school. I'm going to quit school and fix this house full time.
That dumbass son of a beeswax.
And she's all... Man, he looks like he's 40 anyway. I mean, what are you still, you know, I thought I was the only one who was 40 and still in school. And... you know, he's just like, you know, I just need some time off, man. You know, really, he wants to get down and dirty with the black magic. That's what he wants to do.
He tells her that he wants to get the estate in order, cleaned up for their
foot's caught
for their future. Okay,
this would have been a good place for a montage of him cleaning, doing a little black magic, cleaning, doing a black magic
music or something.
Yeah,
going
you know,
on.
they could have put, you know, he's a maniac
for sure.
You know, using the Windex and cleaning.
And he cleans up like he never cleaned before.
And then, you know, him doing the, you know, salami bologna.
He gets witchcraft, and more. He summons demons, ghoulies, and his papa Malcolm Moore in the middle. Mandy Moore. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But yeah,
that would have been a good spot for the montage.
No, it would have.
That would have put this movie over the top at 90 minutes.
Like Freddy 2, you know, the dance scene, jumping on the bed.
You gotta have a montage.
Oh, but they didn't have
Even
one.
Rocky 4 had a montage.
But you know what? Charles Band is different, and he said no montage. Because there was a big fight over that in Hollywood at the time.
So what's he doing? Yeah, 84. He's all interested in this.
Oh, maybe
so not. You remember like the commercial for this? Everybody remembers the commercial where you saw the ghoulie popping out of the toilet?
Yeah.
I was reading up. He said they got so much hate mail because all these mothers said their kids were afraid to go to the toilet.
Oh my gosh.
The ghoulie's going to pop up and bite me on the ass. And I think he even thought that wasn't even a good idea. Like they were brainstorming ideas to, you know, like for advertising to get people to come see the movie, and someone came up with the ghoulie popping out of the toilet. And he, you know, said that's a stupid idea, but they used it.
Well, you know who came up with that idea?
Who came up with that idea?
The CEO of Pampers.
There you go. See,
they wanted to keep kids in diapers for as long as possible.
They do.
You know, so it made the kids scared to, you know, pop out of there. So he goes down in the basement after he's done cleaning, gets to that trunk, opens it up. Brings out the robe, and he's got the floor painted with all the symbology and everything.
Yeah, I think he's touched up the paint that was on the floor.
And he even becomes an ironsmith.
Yeah, he's making a talisman. He's carving symbols in it and shit, and you know he's got tools. This is like the beginning of Conan the Barbarian over here, man. He's the riddle of steel. Look at
Did he make that and carve it?
He made it.
It looks like he's carving it. I mean, I thought at first...
Isn't that an anvil?
I thought at first that he was cleaning it off. Because they had that on the woman, his mother, at the beginning, which was put around Jonathan's neck, remember?
Well, did he have it? Was he wearing it?
It could have been in something, and I think he cleaned it off.
Maybe.
I don't think he forged it.
I like my idea better.
It's a good idea, but it ties along with him having this necklace.
Look at that big goblet on the table there.
Gobble Google.
That's like
gobble
a
Google.
Snoop
Gobble
Dogg-sized
Google gobble.
So when she comes home and
an old lady's vase back there, probably worth about
it's probably
couple $1,000 on eBay at the time.
eBay.
Even though it wasn't around.
I bought a baby on eBay. It was an eBay baby.
Oh my lord.
He's like, here, I got something for you when Becky comes over. And I would have started, no, it's not an engagement ring. But yeah,
he should have had his thing popping out of that case. Although he'd need a bigger case. Oh, yeah. Maybe. I don't maybe he doesn't.
It's a talisman. It'll protect you from evil. Here.
If he kept it all soft and wound it up in there, it might have been able to fit in there. That's kind of disgusting, ain't it?
So he puts that on her and says, don't ever take it off.
And she goes, oh.
I'll never
take it off. Only when I'm mad at you, I'll rip it off.
Yeah, that's what chicks always do, man. They like to rip the jewelry off. And
oh, he's trying to save her.
Over.
Take this, you son of a bitch.
It's like, fine, don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out.
Yeah. I'd make her swallow it and crap it out.
I tell him to leave, man. It's like, here, let me help you pack your shit. You know? Go, man. I'll find me some new poontang.
I know you go. That happened once, and I said, you mean you're really going to let me have the whole bed?
Yeah.
So I get the whole bed to lay in now, huh?
You tell them you're going to find some new poontang.
Don't let the whole
door
hit
they come
you
back at you. They say, oh, if you had 2 more
out,
inches of dick, you'd find some new poontang here.
Oh, my God.
I know. You got nothing to say after that. No one's hearing it anyway. Why is he standing outside of Malcolm's grave shivering?
Malcolm must be...
The next scene.
I know. It's stupid.
Is he calling to him?
He must be.
Jonathan.
It's later at night.
Jonathan, come to me.
Yes, dig me up out of this grave.
Dig me up.
Dig me up.
Dig
whoa,
me up.
Whoa, whoa.
It's only right now. Oh, man.
What the hell are we doing? We're breaking into tunes again.
It's okay.
But she comes out, Rebecca, as he's standing by his father, who he doesn't know it's his father's gravesite yet, and she goes, I made dinner. Are you coming in?
He's like, no, I'm not hungry. And he's starting to look kind of sickly there, man. He's not eating. He's just living on black magic.
Yeah, he says I'm fasting.
Oh, that's right. You know, I fasted once, just to see if I could do it. I fasted for 3 days.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
How'd you feel?
My shit was like green on the 3rd day.
Seriously?
And just cleaning out all the toxins.
So you did?
I did.
Really?
You know, I still had fluids. I had.
Well, no, of course.
I would drink grape juice. I would drink grape juice. I give myself some calories.
Interesting. Very much interesting.
Water, hot water, and grape juice. That's all I drink for 3 days.
Wow. Did you feel any better? Did it change you?
No, I was just, I was like ready to eat though.
First glimpse of the ghoulie. Okay.
Oh yeah, he's doing this at like the pond or whatever.
Yeah.
That one looks like a Muppet coming out of the ground. Looks like one of those rats from Fraggle Rock. This one's in a tree.
And all these are
all cool.
Other than the green ones, all the other ones were found in Troll.
I'm pretty sure
somewhere. Yeah. So, and there's 4 of them that they show.
Look at that.
Yeah. I know. What did he? Is that what he said in Troll? The singing.
Oh, look at you! Yeah, go back to our podcast. We did a podcast of Troll. Go back to it.
Yeah,
Enjoy it.
That was a good show, man.
Rat burgers.
Oh, and Sonny Bono was in it.
Oh God, yeah, and the little guy. I forgot his name, but he's been in other movies before. But I like him a lot.
Right. Yes.
I like these, man. These are all make. Look, he bows before him.
Yes, that is an awesome scene
mention,
of Ghoulies.
If you're not watching Jonathan as he's raising these Ghoulies up, using the incantation to do that, he's wearing his father's robes, and he's got some trident, like from King Trident from Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
And, he's tapping it in the water, and he's saying the words.
That's his magical staff. Yeah,
he's like Gandalf over there with that. You shall not pass.
Well, what does he tell them? He says,
"You
are free to roam about the premises,
grounds, but you can't hurt anybody,
and I can be the only one to see you."
Right. Yeah.
So
basically, they got the run of the place. They can do what they want.
Yeah, which they're going to end up very quickly. Yeah, killing people.
It doesn't look much like a mansion there, I tell you.
No, it looks more like a Spanish hacienda type castle.
Spanish Harlem, that's what it looks
like. And he really did deck out I don't know
the blue floor.
Yeah, I don't know how the blue floor got. I think he bought some blue blacklight paint.
Nothing else is blue. Oh, look, he's got firecrackers.
He's got firecrackers. They're
going off. Ghoulies.
Yeah, he's back down
in the basement.
He's back down in the basement with all the candles lit, and he's doing his summoning again for the power.
Yeah, the power. The power. He wants the power. Oh, his eyes are starting to turn green. Doesn't he get caught here? Doesn't his woman come down and catch him?
I think at the end, yeah. Right now, so far,
look, wind is blowing.
He conjures and the rain starts building up and the wind and all the Ghoulies are just watching him and going, ooh, they're amazed that, this is our master now and all that.
Master!
Oh, yes.
All those were just like little hand puppets. There's some guy's hand in there. I like that one, man. That one's cool.
Yeah, the one with
and the green dude, the green bald one. They're all so cool.
And the lightning shoots down and hits that staff that he's got.
Oh, yeah,
turns blue.
It's a conductor.
It's a conductor like
My
Frankenstein.
God, it's raining right in here.
And what does he do?
And the candles stay lit somehow.
Well, it's just raining over him.
Okay, the candles stay lit somehow.
Just like it started raining on our the vampire lovers at the very beginning. I inserted rain.
Did you? It was a beautiful movie.
Did you watch
I'd like to watch
show?
it again. I lived it. I didn't watch it. I lived it.
Then all the
what happened? Gonna hide.
What happens is all the rain stops and everything slows down.
Yeah.
And I think he's wondering if
here comes Becky.
He's got the power, which I think he does now.
And she's seeing him in that Mickey Mouse robe, holding that staff, looking like a jackass.
Yeah, and I think she's kind of like, what the hell are you doing?
And he's just standing there. Wait. I can explain. Okay, motherfucker, explain.
Explain what? You're
we'll
walking
see,
around.
You got some splaining to do.
And why are you all wet, Jonathan? What are you all wet from?
She doesn't ask that. Why is there all this water?
It's been dry for days.
Yeah, we just cleaned out this place.
And wouldn't that have taken off that black paint he just put down on the floor?
Yeah, maybe.
Nah.
But yeah, Becky, come here. I can explain. Wait. She sees him working some black magic here. I don't know you. I don't know you.
And she goes, forget it.
Look, he grabs her by the arm when she's about to make something to eat, and she's got that saucepan in her hand. It's like, man, don't.
She nearly missed.
Don't touch a woman when she's got something in her hand. Did you see?
Did you see her nearly miss his face by inches? I mean, that was close, man. But she starts breaking eggs in there.
Yeah, in the saucepan.
Really mean looking. Yeah, I mean, she's just mad with anger. She's just throwing in eggs, and basically just turns around and just lets him have it. But
what's going on? Talk to me.
Yeah, you said you were going to leave school to fix this up and to get the clean and everything. And here
I've been doing it all day. I was just taking a break.
You're messing around with your witchcraft. What are you talking about?
Oh my god.
And the spider
he's like all this
in the
big
background.
expert, like they've been here for 4 days, and
you know that spider plants were a big thing in the 80s?
Didn't you? You had one, didn't you? That like went all around the house.
Well, not a spider. Or those are spider plants.
Right.
They kind of dangle and they don't get long.
Do they still sell them?
That's what I'm saying. 80s, they were a big thing.
My mom had them, yeah.
I haven't seen spider plants in a long time. But nevertheless, I said it.
But you had some kind of plant.
I did have a spider plant, yes.
But what was the one? I remember you had a plant that was going all around the house. Was that a spider plant?
No.
Well, I can't
Same kind I got upstairs. I've got one up there that's about 50 foot long.
Okay, I just didn't know what it was. I just remember you.
I don't know the name of it. It's your basic foliage plant that just
got the long vines. Is that unusual for it to get that long, or?
No, if you don't feed it and water it and you let it stay there and dry, it's good.
I mean, you take shits in the flower pot or something?
As long as you moisten it and keep it watered, it'll do fine.
Man, let it overtake the house, man. I'll bring over my mother's lucky machete and...
Machete.
Oh, look at they're making up. Yeah. But he's grabbing her by the neck and she's grabbing him by the sleeve.
Well, he says basically, because she says she doesn't like the witchcraft and what's going on.
Let it go.
He says, yeah, I'll let it go. I'm done.
Where's all the smoke coming from right there when he's lighting the candle up there?
I don't know. It's coming up through... Yeah, that's kind of weird.
I think he's burning some incense.
They shoot upstairs. You know what? You're right. Yeah,
because I think when they show the other side, I swear I think that's an incense burn.
Because the next scene they shoot to them up in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Well, Jonathan's on the bed.
Oh yeah.
Lighting a candle, lighting the incense, and he's in his underwear.
There's no electricity in this house. It's all candles.
Yeah, he's in his underwear and he's waiting for Rebecca.
Look at those sheets, man. Satin.
They're nice. Yeah.
Very nice.
The old bed, and she slides the door open. I like the old sliding bathroom door there.
Those are cool.
She comes out in her nightgown, and she looks
like she's good to go without a word to say.
Yeah, I mean,
It's those redheads, man. They.
She's a ginger.
Yeah, they're constantly ready.
Jesus,
I'm telling you.
Oh,
in the talkbacks, they'll tell you. But any of you girls are redheads out there, talkback, you tell us.
There's a nipple scene right there.
Snip, snip.
That's why they got the rated R.
Okay.
And he said, "Oh, I can't cut that out now. I mean,
no, it's got to stay.
You're gonna give me an R just because a little goof like that and it's see through."
Well, decency back then. I don't know if they had PG. They didn't have PG-13 yet.
She starts tonguing him.
It was coming, but they didn't have it yet.
Ooh, what?
Oh yeah, the tonguing.
You said it's coming.
No, I said PG-13. It wasn't here yet, but it was coming.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but look, she's got her hand down there. She's working.
Oh, they're working it real good.
She's working the crankshaft.
Oh, but the thing is, there's a big round circle witchcraft whatever symbol underneath the bed
because he starts reciting shit while he's getting down.
But does he know he's doing it though? Because the ghoulies are down underneath there.
Oh, they're there. He hops up. Look at the rat face one hopping up, watching.
They're down there.
Yeah, get some.
They're down there doing the, starting to, yeah.
Look at them.
I love that. I love that one too.
I love them. They're so cool. And see, that's where just the practical effects were so cool. I mean, yeah, it kind of looks fake, but it's got all that texture and detail, and it just looks neat.
It's all you need.
But that's what I like. I like
a nice
and that's why
movie,
even with my favorite Ray Harryhausen movies, it gives it that otherworldly kind of look. Just that fantasy, otherworldly kind of look.
Yeah.
That, whereas when they do CGI, they try to make it look real.
Mm-hmm.
I like when it doesn't look so real.
I don't like when it looks surreal, surreal.
Oh, look, man, what is he? Oh, he's
well, he's basically
salami, bologna, salami,
bologna. Larry May.
And she's like, get off me. She's not into that.
And as she's...
My wife don't like when I recite black magic, syllables when I'm getting down either.
Really?
Yeah,
oh, so that didn't work out.
Kill everyone. The devil
Satan
is good.
Satan is our pal. Satan's going to kill everyone.
Here she goes, man.
No,
it's over.
They're interrupted. She looks off the side of the bed, and what does she see? She sees the symbol down there, and she's like, "Okay, so you're still doing this witchcraft, and everything else is still going on here." So she basically says, "I'm leaving." She takes off. Yeah. And he immediately jumps down in the basement, starts working his magic, and starts summoning again.
He's got his silver goblet. He's got his strawberries.
This is the third time, so I'm not sure what he's... How many times does he got to summon, and what is he summoning?
I mean, I guess... now he's getting the midgets.
Well, yes, he gets Grizzle
wearing,
and Greedy Gut.
You remember... Actually, the movie that I just had you give from the Excalibur, Merlin. He wore like that silver... headpiece.
Yes,
that's exactly what these midgets are wearing.
Doesn't it make you wonder, like, where they're from, why they're wearing what they're wearing?
I have no idea, but they look cool.
No, they do.
And the guy one has really bad teeth. I'm thinking they're fake, but
who knows? I mean, Charles or whoever, whoever got this casting, whatever. Mm-hmm. These two, are very. I don't know. They might be.
You know what movie I want to see? But I don't know if it would.
Two midgets garbed like back in the Time Bandits, like the...
Time Bandits. Time Bandits is great. See, that's
armor.
The thing, man. In the 80s, you had movies with these midgets in it that, you'd have like a whole cast of them. And that's a movie I was just going to talk about. I've never seen it, but maybe you can find it. We could do it or watch it. What was it called? Under the Rainbow?
Okay.
And it was about all the midgets from Wizard of Oz and the hotel that they were staying at while they were making Wizard of Oz and all the hijinks and crap that went on. Like, like midget orgies and I'm kidding about that. But, well, there might have been midget orgies, but just like all the hijinks and stuff that was going on. It was a movie. Like, it was an 80s movie.
Hey, Jinx!
It's called Under the Rainbow.
Okay.
And, it was just a cast.
Was it a documentary?
No, it was a regular movie. It was a comedy.
Really?
Yeah, it's just, about all the...
check that out.
I've been trying to get my hands on it.
Gonna have to check that out.
Check it out. So, Jonathan conjures these two little guys... And they're supposed to serve him, he's the master. And here you can. What is he? Why does he make him drink the wine? I don't know.
I guess that makes him. Well, supposedly gives him power over them. I think.
Okay, here, take a sip of this hooch, and I've got power over.
But don't you like how they both turn their backs to each other in this circle because they can't leave the circle? And he says, "Not until you drink."
Drink.
And so they finally turn around and drink it, and he comes down with his stool. Jonathan does, and gets down there and tells them.
So are these guys ghoulies? Do they count as ghoulies?
You know what, Ted? I have no idea what these two people are.
I think they freak me out more than the ghoulies do.
They're servants for him, I guess, because he even tells them
the spice must flow with the green eyes.
Doesn't he say, though, to these two that you guys must give me the ultimate power.
The ultimate power. That's what he wants.
But how are
they? The power, the knowledge.
How are they going to give it to him, though?
They're going to give it to him, baby.
Did you watch this movie?
Yeah, I watched it, but I don't remember every last little detail. I can't remember everything.
You're vicariously strange this evening.
It's not. Am I?
Yeah.
Oh no. I feel okay. I don't remember what they said here. I can't remember. Sometimes they were hard to understand.
Sorry, it's not a Hammer film.
I know. See, that's all they had to do is put Hammer at the front of it.
I think Ted skipped this movie.
No,
I love this. I love this scene here.
He's reading the book. It's just sitting there. That is cool.
Jonathan's in the library in a red leather chair, and the ghoulie is.
Here's where you'd put your 3D glasses on.
The ghoulie's sitting on the chair. He hands that book to him.
Why is he
and
wearing
it goes
sunglasses
down?
when it's pitch black?
I have no idea.
See, this is like I said. That was one thing you didn't notice when you're watching the movie. It's like, why are they all wearing goddamn sunglasses? There was a knock at the door.
But what?
And that's why he gives the book to the ghoulie, and it's Becky.
But what would have been 3D there?
I have no clue.
You know what I mean? Unless they just said, I don't know. That's weird.
But that's weird.
Now that you bring that up, it's like if that meant something 3D was going to happen.
Well, I guess
I think it was to cover his green eyes.
But I did read that they were going to do this as 3D and started filming it with 3D cameras. And it was just filming with 3D cameras is a pain in the ass. You really have to, I mean, it's more than just taking pictures like you do with a regular movie camera. It takes a lot more work and coordination.
And they had
yeah, you're right. I mean, there's the green eyes and
yeah.
I don't know, but that's what I read. Anybody can Google that shit. It was there. It makes sense at the dinner table scene because why are they all wearing glasses?
That scene does.
But here I get what you're saying to cover up his green eyes, and yeah, she sees him with the green eyes.
I thought at the table that they were all wearing glasses because he was.
Here goes. Oh, I'm leaving. I'm pulling off the necklace that was supposed to protect me and throwing it on the ground, and I'm walking.
Because what happens is...
Why did she even come back?
Because Jonathan opens the door, lets Rebecca in, and takes the sunglasses off, and she sees his green eyes. And she freaks out.
Does she see the midgets? The midgets put her under the power.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
See, the midgets help him put her under the power.
Yeah, so they are somewhat like servants to him.
Yeah, see, look, they're helping him with the power. See, he uses a little bit of the mojo. Mm-hmm. And yeah, see, now she's under his control. I love you. I must have you.
That is perfect.
Out of all the beautiful women in the world, that's the one you gotta have.
But right before that, she does throw that necklace down on the ground and all that.
She can't be protected. See, if she hadn't done that.
But what I was going to say, Ted, was the dinner scene right here at the table that they see now.
They invited all the friends over.
But I thought that they were all wearing sunglasses to cover up the fact that he had to wear them because his eyes are green. So he's like, let's just make it a dinner party and say everybody wear wear sunglasses. That's what I thought.
Well, I mean, you have to, see the
and I love that
3D excuse doesn't work. I mean, because they didn't do it in 3D,
right?
So you have to rationalize this some way, and your reason's as good as any. So it's about the only one that makes any sense.
Yeah. And I love Dick has this big sunglasses where it's got the window wipers.
Remember those, the 80s with
the window wipers on it?
You had a cord that was hooked up to a battery.
That's awesome, man. The gadgets of the 80s.
Ew, the beat is quivering.
Yes.
Oh, ghoulies come in, but no one can see them. He can see them. Jonathan can see them, but no one else can see them. Oh, the little guy pops out of the soup.
The soup or gravy. Yeah, whatever it is.
I'm popping out of the gravy.
And it's
the guy, what is it? The one guy's holding food on a fork.
The break dancer moving his fork, and it's almost going into Ghoulies' mouth.
The little bald ghoulie from the cover of the DVDs, trying to grab it off the fork.
But I love the little snot and stuff that's hanging from the mouth of the drool.
And see, they get maybe there is obviously some animatronic stuff in some of them because the other one that we just saw, the eyes were moving a little bit and everything. Mm-hmm. This one doesn't do anything.
No, it just looks like
picking up a tomato.
Yeah, we're gonna chomp on it. No, that's very, very cool. And she's, I love these 80s glasses. They're 80s great.
Glasses, man.
They're great.
I tell you, if we do They Live, we got to wear sunglasses the entire movie. Cause
why? I'm wearing them every movie
you
now.
Do, yeah, pretty much, you do.
Got, get this brightness, even though it's not too bright.
You look like Bono.
Ugh.
Except you're not as much of a douchebag.
Oh, jeez. Bono. He's got a bono.
Bono. He's a walking D-bag.
Yeah. So, from this point forward, what is going to actually happen?
A toast to cannibalism.
Yeah. The drink always is significant because you notice Jonathan and Rebecca do not sip on it.
They don't.
Somehow
look at them looking at each other. Those frickin' frack. They're just eyeing each other. Yeah, wait till we get it.
Yeah, later on we're going to get it on. They're a little queer. I'm going
to get in that ass.
But he has them drink that, and somehow when they drink that, they're under his spell.
That's right.
And this is his way of getting all of them down to the basement. In the white robes. In the white robes with flow. Black curtains. And what?
Every time I see his green eyes, I think of Blue Eyes from Dune, and I just say, the spice
Baby's got
flow.
blue eyes.
What did he just yell there? Oh, blah! And he just transports them all to the basement.
They transport
or the
directly
other room.
Into the basement. Yeah.
Look at the little midgets with the candelabras.
What's Rebecca carrying?
Robes, man. They all got to wear the robes.
That's right. For a second, it looked like she was carrying a body. And these two midgets, man.
I love them,
getting waxed all over the floor.
Look at man. All 6 of them. They're all wearing the
all
robes, and the ghoulies are rubbing them.
Yeah. Because they're under the spell.
Look, he's floating up. He's wearing the...
Who's floating up?
Jonathan. He's wearing his dad's robes, and he's floating in the air.
The droll.
And the Ghoulies don't really play any part in this movie. It's called Ghoulies, but this movie happens with or without them.
They do start killing them.
I know, but you know what I mean? This movie happens regardless of them.
Oh, no, yeah, you're right.
It's kind of like Mad Max Fury Road. They called it Mad Max, but whether he was in it or not, that movie still goes down.
Right, right. No, I think in Charles Band's, that's
we gotta
what he
sell
does.
The
He's got it. Let's get it going. And
the headstone's starting to come up, and now we see that it is Malcolm Graves' grave.
Would we have loved it as much? Yeah.
No, it would have been a shit movie without
the Ghoulies. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely not, But I'm just saying is they're
shooting pictures of them laughing and
they're incidental.
It's the devil's minions. They
don't have
right.
They don't.
No, of course.
They don't progress really any plot points in this movie. They're just there for... They're extras.
They kill a couple, right?
But it doesn't matter, though.
No.
Like I said, everything in this movie is still pretty... God, he's yelling.
Jonathan is freaking out.
You can see, his fillings and... God, and she's yelling. The midgets are yelling.
They all do it. And this makes...
Now, this is awesome right here.
What?
When Malcolm first pops up out of the grave.
Yeah.
Because he looks so cool. It's like a dummy.
Yes.
But then the next scene they show him, it's a person with makeup on.
Yes. What happens is Jonathan is summoning, I guess this is the and I don't think he knows he's doing this.
Right, he's summoning the
He's
power,
actually
man.
not summoning the full power for himself.
Right.
He's summoning back Malcolm, his father, out of the grave. And like you said, they show him at the gravestone, and it slowly pops up and shows his name. But then when he screams and everybody's screaming, his body pops up. It looks so zombie-like. Very just bones and everything else. Yeah, and then the second scene is his full face and everything else.
We're going to find out these midgets were working against Jonathan.
Yeah.
They're working for the real master, Malcolm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. So they all got their son. And look, pow, they're all back at the table.
Makes them all take another drink.
And it's like all this happened in the space of time it took them to take the drink.
Yeah. It's kind of weird.
And they're like, whoa, man, what happened? I feel like I just went somewhere.
And what they really didn't eat any of their food either, which is a waste. No, they didn't eat a damn thing.
Oh, look at Jackass there. He takes his sunglasses off and he's got his little sunglasses on underneath.
Yeah, because
he's such a cool guy.
He's so cool, Toad. Hey, Toad boy.
He's like, well, we're going to go to bed now. We've already eaten. We're going to bed, and you guys can...
Take any room you want.
Again.
Spend the night.
Look, there's the windshield wiper glasses.
Dick does his glasses and looks right down at Don, I think it is.
My name's Dick, but you can call me Dick.
And says,
Oh, God, here comes Malcolm coming down the stairs with his mummy hands. Oh, look, there's a bunch of little ghoulies.
Yeah, now you start seeing a little bit more ghoulies. There's 2 in the pond that's kind of smoking there with a little steam and fog.
I like the little bald green guys. They're cute.
And he Malcolm's kind of and he pets them. There's little devils, But he looks more. He's kind of zombie-ish here too with his,
Well, he's been dead a while. He's been dead 25 years.
I mean, the makeup's not bad. It's pretty cool. I mean, I dig it. It looks kind of cool.
Too bad they couldn't have made him blink. That really would have added to it.
The Ghoulies, you mean?
Yeah, like I think it just made him blink.
They
like,
made,
really,
they made Blink 182.
Like the movie that came out 2 years before, Dark Crystal.
Yeah.
That's what made that movie. Is that all those damn puppets blinked.
Yeah.
And I think
showed real life.
Yeah. You know, I think that makes it like imagine if the Gelflings didn't blink. How boring it would have been.
Oh my.
But because they blink, it makes them lifelike. It's just that one little detail that
it's a movie worth doing too, man.
Oh, I love Dark Crystal.
Dark Crystal is awesome.
I don't know what kind of drugs you smoked to come up with that movie, and they were supposed to have been a sequel. The guy, Gendy Tarkovsky, remember Samurai Jack and the Clone Wars cartoon?
Yeah.
That guy was supposed to do it. And do it old school with puppets and everything, and it just didn't go down.
Man, that's the way it goes, usually.
I think, plus I think Disney owns it now. And I think, I'm not sure. I don't know if that falls under Jim Henson's Muppets or not. But
who knows? But so Toad Boy.
And what's her name? Donna, you said?
Yeah.
They go outside for a walk. They're at the pond. And instead of trying to mount the woman and get some action, he's tickling her belly.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's going to be all... Chicks are always down with you tickling their belly. Wobble, 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 wobble.
Well, she's liking it, and she's having fun. But...
Yeah, but see, that's why this is a fantasy. It's not
and they're glimpsing
life.
back and forth, showing that Lenny and Squiggy and Inside...
Yeah, they're not...
Like, sitting right next to each other, like they're about ready to, suck each other off.
They're going to light up a joint, man. They're going to roll a J.
So... Yeah, I don't know what's with those two.
I've seen this guy in something else before. God, he looks familiar.
she's as he's tickling her and stuff like that, her bracelet flies off and into the pond. And Toad Boy goes, I'll go get it.
You're going to stick your hand in this algae-infested pond. He pulls his hand out, and it's got ghoulie shit all over it.
Black ghoulie stuff all over.
What's this stuff?
And he starts rubbing it and everything. I'd put my hand in the water.
Yeah, I'd be like rinsing it off right away.
Yeah.
Well, I probably wouldn't even... I'd say, bitch, your bracelet's gone then.
Oh, yeah.
Here, let me tickle your belly again.
I'd say take your sweater off. I can get it that way.
Yeah, Let me use those flotation devices there of yours. And so, the little bald green ghoulie pops out and starts chewing on his face.
Just like all of these cheesy little movies. Like that little, 10-inch ghoulie is attacking his throat, and he can't fight it off.
He pulls him in the water. Look at him. Oh, he's coming after the girl. We don't get a good close-up of that, but
you see him in the background.
And they're all laughing, the stoners, man, the homos.
They go, she's a screamer. She's a screamer.
Hey, you got a match.
Oh,
he wants to light his joint. And then the guy that looks like Chris Isaac, he's keep a stash. And he pulls some matches, soaked with sweat out of his sock. You got any that work?
Yeah, and they're both just sitting there.
Dick got some.
Yeah, he got
Not some dick, but he gave some.
Yeah, and he'll be right back.
Yeah, he's like, I gotta get up, man. I'm gonna get some water.
I need some water. You just drained me, man. And he goes, you want some? And she goes, no, I'm good.
Yeah, damn right. See, he kept the necklaces on.
Yeah, he did.
Yep. So that whole time that Italian horn was probably poking her in the eye. Yeah, he's not even giving a shit.
How do you know that? He could have been up on his knees. He could have been, she could have been, some...
Maybe.
I'm trying not to be too graphic.
Doggy
but
style.
Malcolm's
going to enter the house, but he's going to bust all the glass.
She could have been cowboying it.
Cowboying it.
But yeah, that clowns...
That's okay with me. I like them to do all the work. I got other things to do.
The clown's in the room when Dick walks out of it.
Remember that clown?
Just standing there.
Yep.
I like that character in here, too. But, yeah, what does Malcolm do? He doesn't come and open the door, And
all this noise, no one notices.
No respect for the house.
All that glass just busted open. Dick's coming down the stairs like nothing.
And puts his arms over his, he's here.
See, look, Malcolm turns himself into a hot MILF here, and
hot older MILF.
And he's like, who are you?
She's at least 50.
Just come to me. And, just like that, he's just like, all right.
He goes, man... This is my lucky day.
Yeah, Dick, this is your lucky day. Dick's night out.
Yeah. I got a girl upstairs in the bed, and I got one down here in the room.
And he's still doing
that
bopping.
You know what I'm saying?
And he just lays one on her.
Yeah.
He's sucking face, and that's a dude.
And it's Malcolm. Yeah, and he backs up, man, and she actually turns...
Who are you?
She turns, you don't want to know. I'm Dick.
I'm Morgan Fairchild, but I'm a lot older.
Yeah, this lady's a...
Oh, her tongue comes out and wraps around his neck.
This lady's a cougar. That's what she is.
Well, not in about 2 seconds when she turns back into a dude.
But yeah, this is a cool scene too, where the tongue flies out of her mouth, wraps around Dick's head.
Like about 3 times.
Yeah.
There we go, see? It's a dude.
And it's Malcolm.
And it's strangling him, and blood is squirting out of his neck, and... I don't know, man.
And Lenny and Squiggy are still in that room.
Here, kiss me.
Oh my God, Ted. You're tripping me out, man. With these
the whole time
guys.
I was watching, I was like, oh, Jesus Christ, really? Come on. Like, it's like I'm watching, I was like, man, even back in the 80s they were trying to do it.
Yeah.
Here, we know it's abnormal behavior, but we're just going to put it right here and make you accept it.
Oh my God. What the hell's going on?
Well, I mean, I kind of equate it to like if you've got 6 toes on one foot. I mean, I don't hold it against you. I don't think you should be discriminated about it, but it ain't fucking normal. Right? When we do 80s movies, I'm in 80s mode.
Who's to say what's normal nowadays? The whole planet's screwed up. But I get your point.
I think normal is when you propagate the species. You know? Yeah. When you carry on and do what nature intended.
Yeah.
But, like I said, I don't hold it against nobody. Don't confront me none anyway.
Yeah. It's flaws.
It's not stopping me from getting some.
It's like a cat with 6 paws. I mean, you know.
Cat
like
with 6 paws.
6 toes.
6 toes?
Remember the Azrael, the black cat I had?
Yeah.
You know? It had 6 toes on it.
See?
Front
Same
paws.
thing.
There was one that had, when I went to get it, there were a bunch of kittens, all black, pitch black kittens. And
they all had something wrong with them?
They all had different amounts of toes.
Really?
The one had 7, and the paws were huge.
So this is probably from inbreeding. They probably just kept breeding the same brother and sister over and over again.
Yeah, I don't know, but it gave it huge paws.
Wow.
And I ended up taking the one with 6. So it was interesting.
See, same difference. That, the gay gene, whatever. I mean, it's all the same.
Yeah.
Love everybody.
Exactly.
Like I said, I love these guys. The breakdancer and all that jazz.
Lenny and Squiggy.
I love them too, man. If I was at the party, I'd be hanging around with... I'd be in breakdancing. I'd be that jackass in the middle of the floor breakdancing.
Oh! See, and this is where, Ted, it turns into Charles Band's version of Friday the 13th.
Oh, God. So what's he doing? He's downstairs looking for matches.
Right? Am I wrong?
No,
because all 6
boom,
all 6 of these teenagers or young adults, whatever,
all get it,
are in this house, and they're all gonna die and all gonna get it.
So
the first one gets it by Dick gets it first by the big tongue from Malcolm,
right?
And the second one, the breakdancer guy,
he gets a bat to the head
by the 2 midgets,
right? She was about to cut his throat, and he stopped. The other one stopped her from doing it.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
But... Threw it down, and they start dragging him.
Yeah,
dragging him out.
And then Chris Isaac, he's waiting for his boyfriend to come back. And, I think the clown's gonna get him, right?
He goes, "Hurry up, my boner's wearing off."
Yeah, come on, man, I'm going down.
It's going downtown. Everything good, and then down.
My boy's starting to say that now.
Yeah,
he
goes,
like we're getting ready to go we were getting ready to go somewhere. He's like, "Wait, my penis is up."
No.
You know how little boys are. They don't really understand why it's happening. And I'm just joking. I was like, well, just think about Whoopi Goldberg then.
Oh, God.
That's what I do. When I needed to go down, I think about Whoopi.
That's so funny.
But it's true.
Teach your kid how to get it under control. Son, you must get that thing under control. It'll cause trouble
when
in
you're
the
a little
future.
kid. Like when it happens, you don't even know why.
No, I know. Yeah,
you're just like, why is this happening? What the hell is this all about?
Oh God. Yeah. Oh my God. Stories. Yeah.
Like what happened in school, and that's when the teacher calls you up to the board to do
I've never had that.
A subtraction problem. You're like, I ain't going up there.
Never had that happen.
Yeah. What's the difference between 2 and 3? You're like, I don't know what the hell's the difference. I'm not going up there. I don't know the answer.
So you're telling me that did happen?
No.
Okay.
I'm making like a little joke. But...
well, I don't know. Did you have that hot of a teacher that you got?
No, God, never.
Yeah, me neither.
Like my 4th grade Miss Lubinsky.
Oh, God.
2nd grade was Sister Irenea.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You had nuns.
Yeah.
Nuns of them. But yeah, okay, so...
Oh, God, my favorite part.
The Chris Isaac guy is going to
He goes downstairs and he thinks...
And they kill him off really quick.
Yeah.
It doesn't take a long.
He thinks he sees his buddy over there. There's some smoke, and he's just like, hey, don't bogart that joint.
Yeah. And here it's the 2 midgets. One
stand on top of each other.
Yeah, one on top of each other.
Holding a ghoulie?
Holding a ghoulie. And I guess they're ghoulies too. I keep thinking the green ones are the ghoulies, and these are just trolls.
They're
but
all
anyways,
ghoulies, man. Throws it at him, right?
Throws it at him, and attacks his throat, bites him up, and
here's
everything
the hot
else.
chick, man. She's gonna get it in the bed, waiting for Dick.
Yeah.
What is it? She's getting him by 2 of them, 2 ghoulies.
I like how when she's on the bed,
that clown. She opens the door, and there's that clown, but it's like midget size.
Yeah.
But not quite midget size.
And it's weird. Oh, that's weird looking.
That's a weird thing. Chokes her out.
Yeah. It knocks her against the wall.
That's a weird thing.
And the clown actually starts to turn into like some kind of a giant troll.
I guess because some kind of green booger starts coming out of its eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to pulsating. And...
I was going to say though, when she was in the bed, she jumped out of the bed. The ghoulie wasn't there.
No.
So I wonder if. I mean, she sees it.
Some big thing is busting out of this.
They don't give a real. They give a quick glance.
It looks like a hunk of. Yeah, I don't know, but it's cool. That's the only thing. I think it's the only time we see it.
Yeah.
Oh man, look! There's Malcolm. He's playing with his little critters there.
He's putting a spell over him. You're mine now.
Don't
don't even look at Jonathan. Do not.
Yeah,
but I love
feet.
Love how it's all set up. Like, see how they're just standing there.
Yeah.
And behind there's a guy with the controlling them and stuff like that. It's just very, very cool.
What's happening over here with
Dick?
Why is he all flailing like that?
No, it's like he's getting Malcolm's pulling
them all to him.
Yes, so he's, even though they're dead, he's got control of their body.
Yeah, they're playing. He's bringing they're going to be like, what, zombie fight? Oh, there's the scene.
There's a scene, the ghoulie popping out of the toilet.
Now I'm afraid to go to the toilet. I'm going to have to write Charles Band some hate mail. I'm afraid to take a crap on account of your movie.
Did you not have time to watch this whole thing?
I watched the whole movie.
Did you?
Yeah, I watched the whole movie.
Were you interrupted?
No.
No? Watched that on your phone?
I did.
Yeah, maybe that's what's wrong.
If I own it, I'll watch my DVD or Blu-ray. But if I have like a downloaded copy, it's usually a little bit more convenient for me just to put on my phone. And sometimes I have to watch it in pieces depending on what's going on. But What, you think I didn't watch the movie? I noticed.
I don't know. You're going. Yeah, you're missing some stuff. And
usually
you're.
I didn't remember that part. Maybe it's because I didn't like it.
No, it's not that I didn't like it. That's what I'm saying.
It's not that I didn't like it. It's 80s cheese, man. I mean, you like it, but it's like a steady diet of Twinkies. It's not good for you.
Oh my god, I love it.
I can't imagine someone just watching these movies all the time, and that's all you like to watch. Like I'd really question somebody. Now this one I liked because he was almost like a flying squirrel one.
Yeah, that was really weird.
Because he comes after Becky and she ends up falling down the stairs.
Yes, Rebecca comes out because they're all being called.
Right, and she's still
down
under
to
his
the
kind of spell.
Yeah, down to the basement. Well, that necklace was protecting her.
Well, she takes it off.
Well, it starts.
Or it
glowing red, and I don't know if it was hot or not or what, but she says, "Oh my God,
it's burned!"
Tears it off, throws it off, and falls on the stair and
that's
dies.
When Rocky the Flying Ghoulie Squirrel.
The ending is very odd. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've never seen 2, 3, or 4, so
I don't know that. You know what? I think like maybe in one of the sequels, one of the original characters, maybe him comes back or something like that, but. I'm not looking for a whole lot of continuity. No. I know in the second one it's like a carnival, I think. Because,
I mean, we're not spoiling who's the hell's even watching right now, but they all end up at the end being alive, which is weird. But
deal, they're all alive.
They're all alive. But Jonathan brings Rebecca down. Mm-hmm. I don't think he notices that they're all in the back behind him until now, because he hears the ghoulie and stuff back there. But they're all sitting there in the robes with blood and everything on the robes and all that.
And he doesn't even realize it's It's Malcolm yet, right?
So no, because he hasn't seen him yet.
He hasn't presented himself to them yet. So
no.
He gets his little trident here, and he's going to uncover, like, what's all this?
Yep, and he's going to find out that they were all killed. So it's like,
oh, look, his throat's all ripped up. That's some pretty good effects right there.
Yeah, that almost American Werewolf in London. What's his name? The little
Stan Winston. Actually, that was originally this film. Charles Band was going to direct it, and Stan Winston was going to do the effects for real.
Really?
Yep. It's just whatever money, time, whatever didn't work out. So.
Use some of the same kind of effects.
So you probably would have had a little bit of with a higher budget, you would have had some more elaborate Ghoulies than we ended up getting. But
yeah. So the Ghoulies, or Malcolm pops out from behind something down there, and
I love it every time.
Yeah, he's got his hands crossed.
He's across his hands like Dracula.
Like Dracula. His out. And he looks like he's getting more powerful and less zombie-like. Like
he's regenerating.
Regenerating.
Yeah.
And the two
I've got my pointed stick.
Yes.
My trident.
Well, and Malcolm's sitting there on the stage by the altar with the two midgets down by his legs.
Becky's laying on the altar.
So he's the man.
Yep, he's got the midgets.
And,
Jonathan realizes they were working for Malcolm the whole time. They were
Jonathan was able to actually shoot a lightning bolt at him, and Malcolm goes, "Oh, I'm shocked. Okay,
so, you're
but
strong,
not good enough.
Not as strong as I was at your age."
Yeah, that's what he says.
He's like the Emperor. Mm-hmm. Return of the Jedi. He's about to bust out some lightning bolts.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think Jonathan's realizing now maybe dabbling in this shit probably wasn't a good idea.
Yeah, you think?
Maybe I should have did something better with my time.
Yeah, like really fixing the place up. This big, large estate that just got handed to you.
Making yourself a mint.
Yeah, I mean,
buy yourself an island and live like Elvis.
Unbelievable.
What are you going to do?
Yeah. And this whole time, where the hell is Wolfgang?
He doesn't show. He narrates a few things here.
I know.
Yeah, he's not.
But he's there. He's on the grounds. Where's he at?
Well, they just use him to show up at the last minute, man.
I know.
That's Jack Nance. That's what he does.
I know.
I love Jack.
So
rest in peace, Jack Nance.
So what happens here is Jonathan ends up getting stuck in the floor.
Yeah, there's like one of the squares kind of lights up and he can't. I can't move my socks.
But there's also a little battle going on here too between the two, between Grizzle and Greedy Gut, the two little midgets.
Greedy Gut.
they're I think the male wants to be with Jonathan.
Yeah, he treats him a little better.
Yeah,
man. Malcolm's a bastard.
But the woman seems to have all the say so here. This biatch here, and she's they're sticking with Malcolm.
It's not
but
right. This is your woman.
I will regenerate her.
Quite lovely.
And he reanimates her.
Now that's a good movie.
And he says, "I'm going to make love to her in front of you."
Wow, like cuckold him. Make him watch.
Why you say
cuckold him?
Cuckold him? What the hell?
We're gonna belittle you. We're gonna make you watch.
Oh my! I love the huge statue that's back there too. I mean, it doesn't look like anything I've ever seen before. It doesn't look like it looks similar to a gargoyle. It's like 8 foot tall.
There are gargoyles on the outside too, and they showed the outside. Yeah,
but it's like, what the heck is that? Yeah, too late to be giggling there, kids. But
laugh at a fuzzball.
Laugh at a fuzzball. Wait, it is only 9:30.
I know, we started a little earlier.
It's only 9:30.
I got schoolwork to do.
Got schoolwork to do.
I have to do fake assessments on fake patients.
So Rebecca, what does Rebecca? Rebecca walks right up to Jonathan and says something, but doesn't she? I forget what she said. You wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know either.
You didn't even watch it.
Usually, I'll tell you what. Usually, when we do, it's actually pretty rare that we do movies that I haven't really seen.
Yeah.
A lot of times when we do movies, I know them back and forth.
Yeah, I know.
And so, especially lately.
Yeah.
The last 4 or 5 movies we've done.
I'm only joking with you.
But look at what Malcolm's using his power to choke him out
and levitate him
and throw him across the room.
Yeah, he's got some power.
He's using the Force,
exactly.
Not putting out a single candle.
And he's basically saying,
why is he?
Maybe because he used some of his power.
He's using his power.
They show his face again, and it's like really, really
gray, whereas it was pretty decrepit. Much healed up before.
Yeah.
And
that's odd.
Yeah, he was going to suck the life right out of him. He says, I'm going to suck the life right out of your lips. That's what he said to him.
No, he did say that.
Yeah, he said, I'm going to suck the life out of you.
And this is when Wolfgang shows up.
And throws that trident in his back.
Yeah. Who would have thought gum would kill somebody?
Yeah, trident gum.
Yeah, here's a pack of gum.
I look at his face. Jack Nance.
Eraserhead. That's so awesome. And he disappears.
I guess he's got the power, too. This movie don't make no damn sense.
Yeah.
It's like he's Harry Potter over here.
If he's been on the grounds for that many years, you think you would have learned some magic and witchcraft through the...
I guess. They grab each other by the neck, and it's like they're trading magic.
Well, this is the famous Gandalf and Saruman fight.
Yeah, pretty much, man. This is it in a nutshell. They just hold each other and blast each other with eye lightning and kapoof.
Blast each other with eye lightning.
He's got blue eye lightning.
The bad guy's got red.
Lightning. It's just like blue lightsaber, red lightsaber,
Oh my god.
The good guy can never have red. The bad guy's always got... Because it's symbolic of anger.
And it looks like,
the whole house is shaking.
It looks like he's beaten, Wolfgang there. But
it does. He's choking him.
The house starts to separate.
Oh my god, look at those big cracks. He's going to have to putty those cracks.
We need
the foundation is ripping apart.
Do you know a name of a good grouter?
I'm going to have to grout. Oh, look, he's getting the upper hand now. See, look, he's blue eye lightning.
Yeah, Luke is pissed here.
He looks kind of like Luke at the end of the last Star Wars movie.
The Emperor, you will not go too far.
I'm a Jedi like my father before me.
Your father before you. Get to the chopper.
Jack Nance kind of, he died. He was kind of sad. I think he was like in a coffee shop or a donut shop or something, and some guy in there started some shit. And
really?
Jack tried to step in, I think, and stop it.
Had a heart attack?
No, got beaten and suffered a head injury, I think, and died. Yeah, he was trying to break up a fight. And,
died young then? I mean,
not terribly. I think he died 60s? It was either the late 90s or early 2000 or something like that. So he's been gone a good long while now. But if you were a David Lynch fan, which back in the 90s and stuff, I definitely was a big David Lynch fan.
Oh yeah.
And it was always they were friends in college and stuff, and that's like when you realize Eraserhead took 5 years to make, and he kind of had to keep his hair like that.
Yeah.
For all that time, it's dedication.
Oh my god! Exactly. So what happens is
Malcolm is defeated by Wolfgang.
Everything falls apart.
It's like a long, dragged out fight that didn't need to take that long.
No, and they all run to their cars
and drive off,
take off,
leaving the midgets behind.
Yeah, so they're still here.
Do you see? She's got the woman one. I think it's. You'd have to check. I think she's got a little crossbow on her belt.
Really?
I thought I saw
little midget crossbow. Yep. So they all leave, and the two midgets are there. I don't think nothing's been dismissed or anything like that.
No, they're still there.
So that's why they show Jonathan, Rebecca, and the one stoner dude is in there.
The breakdancer.
Yeah, and they're driving down the road. This is the very end of the movie.
Yep.
And she kisses him, and all of the ghoulies pop up
in the
back of the car.
La 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 la.
And the movie ends there.
Well, yeah, because the guy looks back. The breakdancer kind of looks over his shoulder. Oh, shit.
Well, I don't even think he looks back.
I thought he kind of looked over his shoulder and saw one, like, oh, no.
Yeah, and I mean, that's it. That's the movie.
That's the movie.
So, I mean, I guess, do they... Have you seen 2?
No, I haven't seen any of the sequels. I know the second one deals with a totally different people, but it's like a sideshow or circus thing.
So this never flowed into number 2 or nothing?
No.
So you never know what... I mean, those ghoulies are there.
That's the mark of all the best films in cinema, where they leave you wanting more and questioning life, the universe, and everything. But if you as the ending of Ghoulies does.
If you make a part 2, though, it should flow into it, but oh well, whatever. Anyways, I mean, I love the film. I love the cheese.
You love it.
Well, you know what? I loved it for watching.
How many
it for
devil
the first
horns
part.
out of 5 do you give it?
I give it a fun 3.
3. I could see giving it 2.5 or 3. Okay.
A fun 3. I'm not saying these are the best movies, but these are fun movies.
It's somebody's favorite movie.
These are fun movies for us to commentate on.
It is.
That's what I think.
These are good. I love practical effects. We always tout that.
And Charles Band is always great.
Did you see that? Did I tell you about that little fundraiser thing, that clip thing? Did you get a chance to watch that? Those guys working on that movie? I forgot what it was called.
Oh. No,
I forgot what it is. I would pimp it on here for him if I could remember it, but it's just some special effects guys are working on an old school 80s type movie. And,
I
looking
still
for some support. I can't remember the
You did send me the link and stuff
damn
like
name
that.
of the movie they're working on, but
anytime somebody's working on a project, old school style, man, I'm all for it.
I'm interested.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I appreciate. I love the little puppets in this movie. I could watch those all day. Cause trouble and wreak havoc.
Yep.
And
I've said before, man, if
the human beings in this movie, I couldn't care less about.
The characters were kind of cool too. That's what
compared to the monsters. I like the midgets better than the other characters.
Well, of course.
Except the breakdancer, he was pretty cool.
But Ted, that's
maybe Dick.
That's my whole point on what's fun and
but that's what you'll remember.
Good about these movies is they separate the characters and make them different than the usual. I mean, right. You could have them act Shakespearean and very.
They're not all the same. They're
proper and it's what makes
like
them
one
different.
Of this, all these.
You'll remember them.
They're all Breakfast Club. There's one of this one, one of that one, one of that.
You'll remember
that guy.
And that's how it was in the 80s. They made characters and made something special about each one, even though they weren't great and the acting wasn't great. The actors themselves weren't that great. It's what they brung out of that character just to make them
from different social stratas hanging out. You always had you had the stoners, you had that nerdy toad face guy, you had the hot chicks.
So that's what I liked about it.
Even in Nightmare on Elm Street, you had the rocker dude and the the preppy girls and the kind of like the preppy boy, all friends. When in real life that's never how it really went down. But
oddly enough,
except for you, maybe.
I was friends with every sect of
your school's a little smaller.
All the kids. It was small, but they still segregate.
Like one of the biggest high schools.
Right, I'm sure it's tougher. I'm sure it's tougher in like bigger schools, but they still segregate them. The jocks, the stoners hung out. But I was able to pop from one table, to the other at lunch, hang out with it. Chameleon. So it was, I guess I blended in a bit with everybody.
Well, when you dealt pot, it helped. You got dupes for sale.
So what are we doing next week?
What are you going to do? You want to do Extra? You want to do They Live? You want to do...
Yeah, we got a decision from us. How about you guys comment below? And if you got this... I'd be curious. If you got this far, you can go to our Facebook page, or if you're on YouTube, comment below. If you're on iTunes listening, shoot over to YouTube. Leave a comment underneath, or go to our Facebook page, The Late Late Horror Show.
First request.
And leave a message. Send us a message.
We were thinking about Extra,
or They Live. Which one would you like us to do next? Let us know.
Do we have any others? I don't know if we have any others on the docket.
I can't remember which ones we did have. Extra, They Live, and...
we also have some other Puppet Master movies we wanted to do.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Stuff like that, So
let us know if you made it this far, and that's it. We'll be back next week, and we'll let you know what we do. I'll post in all the Facebook groups and stuff like that. Show us some support in Patreon too.
Give me some support. Give me some monies.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Let us do more.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's it. And until next week, guys.
Stay naked.